Hey guys, it's Tasha Erickson. A long time no see, everyone. I haven't shown my face for several months, but I just wanted to pop in real quick and say hi. Just wanted to make a video for you guys today because I got so much feedback about me leaving and coming back to YouTube and all this stuff. I had a lot of people say, "Oh, you just came back because you're addicted to YouTube." No, I think my last video explained I'm not addicted to YouTube, but I am addicted to helping all of you guys because that's what I'm here to do. That's my mission. So I actually had a couple of inbox messages from people now that my comments are gone. I'm still not bringing comments back. I literally just listened to what everybody said. I had so many inbox messages from people saying, "Hey, I've been watching you for 5 years and I've never left a comment. Please don't leave. Your research has helped me for so long when I thought I was the only person in the world that believed these things, and then I found you. My whole family thinks I'm crazy, but looking at your research and the studies that you've done and the way that you present it in a balanced way has really helped me and opened my mind and changed the way I look at the world." So when I hear things like that, I can't let trolls win. Why? Because it's annoying that they call me a witch or that they tell me that God isn't real. I've heard it all. So if that was going to stop me from my mission, it would have stopped me years ago. So I just can never bring comments back. It's that simple, but I will always continue to educate people as much as I can. You know, this is why I'm back in school and why this isn't a YouTube hobby for me. This is a lifelong career and something I'm doing for the rest of my life, to research history, to bring faith into the equation, and to present it back to the people so that everybody realizes that we're not alone. And history proves the cycles that humanity is in right now and the cycles that humanity have gone through over and over and over again. So if we don't stop this cycle soon, we're literally crazy. We have to look at where we came from and align all the clues and connect all the dots and stop ourselves from repeating the same mistakes. Because whether you believe in reincarnation or whether you believe that we only live once and then we go straight to heaven, or whether you believe that there is no heaven, whatever you actually believe, the point being is we're really meant to be on this earth to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. The one thing I have learned throughout my research is that jinn, archons, demons, you pick a name, they're all the same beings, they're all the same force. And what this force essentially is, again, are the fallen angels that are spoken about in the Bible. You don't have to believe in the Bible, again, but just believe in history, okay? I'm kind of speaking to those who still don't have faith a lot on my channel because I'm trying to put it into perspective so people can see how long this has been going on for. So the main thing that I've learned over my studies about these invisible beings is that they're very jealous of humanity. If the fall story is true, they were punished because they didn't want to serve humans. They didn't want to take up the role that God appointed them for. Just like when you started a company and you have to start on the bottom and you have to work your way up. It's not about, oh, I'm raising up in levels, I'm above anybody. No, it's just like you have to walk before you crawl. You have to put on training wheels before you can ride a mountain bike. So these beings are very jealous of humans. They've been punished since the beginning of time, and they won't accept their punishment. These invisible beings do not have the creativity or the creative spark that we have as children of God or children of the Creator. So these entities are a really big part of what we know right now as the cloud. All of the videos I've made about nanotechnology, right? What is nanotechnology but technology that is made so tiny that it can be dispersed through the air in particles? What are some of the particles that we know are being dispersed through the air right now? Chemtrails. Even my own mother, when I was in California, I was looking up and going, "Hey, Mom, you see all that, right? You know that's not normal, right?" And even my mother knew about it, and she's 60. So there's a lot of people that know this is going on, but they don't know how to explain it, you know? And so I don't ever want to be a scientist. I don't ever want to be put into that category because science and faith are so far apart. I am so faith-filled, I could never go that route. I worked in the medical field before. I was a respiratory therapist. What I saw in hospitals made me want to puke. It's a racket there. It's a racket of health insurance scams and drug and pharmaceutical scams and emotional scams put on by the doctors who force people like myself and RNs who work below doctors to push their agenda. I had a discussion question come up in class recently about lung cancer. And I had several people in my class that were completely convinced that tobacco and cigarettes killed their family member who had lung cancer. A lot of people don't know this, but when I worked in respiratory therapy, there was a real hush-hush thing going on. Now, I went to school for respiratory therapy in 1998, just to give you guys a timeline of how old I am. And back then, even, we had a propaganda campaign that was brought to us as respiratory therapists. What was this campaign? The campaign, of course, was anti-smoking. Smoking causes cancer. Smoking causes cancer, right? And so a lot of us, we had done a lot of studies in school that we were actually studying people who smoked marijuana versus people that smoked tobacco. And during these case studies, we had to do like, they call like a sleep study where people would stay overnight and we'd put all the EKG on them. We'd watch how they breathe and how their oxygen would go. Most of the people that smoked marijuana daily actually had stronger lungs. They had a larger lung capacity because of the act of taking the hit and holding it in and then blowing it out. So after I did a bunch of sleep studies on these people who smoked marijuana, they actually had the best lung capacity, even next to like swimmers and divers, like professional swimmers and divers. Now, would this research study make it to the mainstream media? Of course not. So we had a lot of these propaganda guys coming in one day, and they were putting up signs throughout the hospital, like horrible ones with people with a tracheotomy and smoking does this to you and blah, 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 right? Well, the hush-hush thing going on is that all the other nurses who had been there a lot longer than I had, they told me, oh yeah, this happens once every couple of years. You know, the anti-tobacco people come in and they put this propaganda up throughout the hospital to scare everybody into quitting smoking. And she goes, but what I've heard about who really funds this group that comes in with all these posters and propaganda is that is actually the J.P. Morris Association who owns the tobacco industry. I mean, we shouldn't be shocked, right? So essentially, the tobacco industry pay for all of the anti-tobacco ads that go into everyday hospitals. And I worked in Kansas City, Missouri when I was doing respiratory therapy. I didn't work in California or anywhere big like that. So if this is happening in cities like Kansas City, Missouri, imagine what's happening all over the world. So I'm not going to say smoking doesn't contribute to lung cancer in some way, shape, or form, especially if you smoke cigarettes that are not additive free. Marlboro, Camel, all of these things are full of additional poisons. That is really where people are getting the lung cancer from. Plus, the whole thing about, you know how when you're told don't do something, it makes you really want to do it even more? That was the reverse psychology that was being used by the anti-smoking propaganda campaign. They knew that the more they tell people to quit smoking and it's going to kill you, it makes people want to smoke even more. And they know it really doesn't cause lung cancer. They know it just lines their pockets with money. So this is just another example of what fake news really is. And that discussion question came up in my class yesterday, and I just wanted to kind of talk to people a little bit about how long we've been lied to about everything. So, blah, blah, blah. I just sometimes need to chime in with you guys and just kind of say, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm researching, this is what I'm studying. So I don't know what you guys, really think about all that, but long story short, these entities work alongside with all of this anti-propaganda stuff, okay? So anything that causes fear in you, whether it's the news, where there's yet some other shooting that goes down, or whether it's, billboards telling you you're going to die from smoking, these are all other ways that these entities and energies can control human beings and keep them into fear. Now, I had to also write a couple of essays since I've been in this class regarding some pretty sensitive topics that I mentioned to you guys the other day, which is like human organ trafficking and yeah, just the whole black market of human organs and the organ trade. I wrote a couple papers on it already, and they're pretty controversial, but I've turned them both in, and I'll be getting graded on them over the next 24 hours. Once I receive those essays back, I think I'm going to make a video for you guys and read to you my essays and kind of present the research that I have done on the black market of human organ trade and trafficking. The main reason is that I thought this wasn't an important topic until I started doing the research. My first essay was really based on finding faith within the organ trade or within the black market organ sale trade. How can we incorporate faith into it? A lot of people are trading organs in their human lives for just money. They're so desperate that people are selling their organs to live. And a lot of times the receiver of the organ is not going to be compatible with the donor. And so 9 times out of 10, these illegal human organ trafficking transactions go down. And not only does the person that gives up their organ lose an organ, but a lot of times the donor can't even receive it. So the organ just essentially goes to waste. This leads to people having no proper aftercare and essentially being sick for the rest of their lives. So I kind of started the first essay about faith in the organ trade. How can we bring faith into the account here when it comes to humans losing their life and selling their organs just for food? And then the next essay, we were really asked to present a cause and effect argument. And that's when there's a cause or a problem, and then we try to identify an effect or a cure for this problem. So we were trying to figure out a way that we could eliminate the black market of human organ trade and donation. And what I stumbled upon as the solution to end this actually shocked me because of my background in faith. And where it led me to was 3D organ printing. We know about the 3D the 3D printers, right? Well, they're printing human organs now. And when they print these human organs, they're able to merge and combine this with stem cell technology so that essentially the organ grows its own skin cell layer based off of your own stem cells. Now, it's a very fascinating essay, and in the end, I'm really kind of praising this technology, but I have to say now that I've completed the work, I feel like I just wrote an essay that's pro-human cloning, and I really hope I didn't do that. But this is the fact of the matter. You know, I had to write these things as a researcher and a journalist in a way and just present the facts. So it's a very controversial topic. I was the only person in the class to go that route with what is the solution to ending the human black market organ trade and human trafficking. So I was the only one to present that theory. So I'm a little curious to see how my instructor is actually going to grade that paper. So once I hear back from it, I want to share it with all of you. I can't legally share it until the paper's been turned in and graded. But it's a really innovative technology. It's also very scary. So I'll make a video for you guys and present that as soon as I receive the grades back, because I want to know what all you guys think about this. Human organs have already been 3D printed. This is not a theory. There is already somebody who has received a kidney and another person who's also received a heart. And these were small children. So I don't know where the future of human cloning and 3D printing and all of this technology is going. I hope there is an aspect of it that can just literally save human lives. But you have to wonder, who started all this poverty in the first place? Who started the need for people to be so desperate that they had to sell one of their organs to survive? Has science created problems like this so that people like me and other researchers, the only conclusion we can come to stop human organ trade is to clone humans? You see what I mean? I'm an educated woman who's really sat and weighed out all of the options available to me. And in the end, even I, a woman of faith, chose that 3D organ printing was the best solution for humans. What caused me to draw that conclusion? A year ago, you could have never get me to say something like that. So have the guys who created the problem, much like the tobacco industry versus the hospitals, have they created this problem so that our only solution is to 3D print each other to survive? It is up for discussion. If you guys want to leave comments on my videos, please follow the links below. You can leave comments on my website, on my Patreon page, and also on my GoFundMe page from the Mandela Effect. I love you guys ever so much. This is the direction the channel will be going in. I'll still make Mandela Effect videos. I wrote chapters 1 and 2 over the 5 weeks that I was in California. Now I'm back in Norway and I have 2 weeks left before my first class already completes. So these next 2 weeks I have to stay in this mode, and then I'll get back to Mandela mode again. So hopefully the direction of where this channel is going, more education based, will not scare everybody away, because I'm still going to keep educating you guys on everything that is relevant right now. Okay, just wanted to show my face. I love you guys ever so much. Oh, my cat Rosie had 4 beautifully healthy babies on May the 9th, and there's 4. We have Finn, who was named after my grandfather, and he actually had passed away on May the 9th about 40 some odd years ago. So that was kind of funny that he was, the first one to come out was a little boy. So he's here. We have 3 girls, and their names are Sasha. No, I did not name the cat Sasha. My stepson named her after Sasha Banks, the wrestler from WWE. And then we have Erin, and we have Marilyn, because one of the cats who came out has a perfect little Marilyn Monroe spot here. And you guys remember, that's a Mandela Effect. I'll actually show you guys Marilyn.
Marilyn, the girl wants to see you really quick, Angel. You want to say hi to everybody?
She's so tiny, you guys. Here's Marilyn. You can see her little... Do you see the birthmark? Isn't that so cute? They don't open their eyes yet. What a baby.
It's okay, Rosie. Mama won't hurt your babies.
So, yeah, Marilyn was born there. And Rosie's birthday was May 8th. And then my mom's birthday was May 10th. So we had Rosie's birthday, 4 babies born, my mom's birthday the next day, and yesterday was Mother's Day. So it's been kind of a crazy week. I've only been here like a week, and I'm just getting over jet lag today. So that's really nice. But I love you guys. Thanks for your support. Please go to Patreon and support and pledge even just $1. It really helps me to take the time to put school aside for 20 minutes and kind of present you guys some information and let you know that, you know, I wasn't some hack that just came with an agenda and I'm going to bounce. No, I'm here for good. I have to put up my own boundaries to not allow myself to be attacked for absolutely no reason, because I do see what these invisible guys are trying to do. They're always trying to take me off of my course, and that's only when I'm trying to help you guys. So it's nothing new. They just use new approaches. You know, the comment section didn't used to be so terrible when I started this channel 5 years ago. So I got to move with the times, and if I feel attacked, I'm going to protect myself. But again, you have many ways to reach out to me. So go to the website, go to Patreon, go to GoFundMe, or just stay here and just watch. I don't need comments to keep my videos going. I just need to know that I'm helping people in some way, shape, or form. Okay, guys, I love you ever so much. And I'll be back with more when the time is right, and I'll present to you my essay on 3D organ printing, and you guys can let me know what you think about it. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Ha det bra från Norge.